We're live from Monk's Bar and Grill in Sun Prairie, as we always are, on Thursdays from 6 to 7. Love being here. Getting some college football here early. Navy and Memphis taking on each other. We're going to get a little pro football coming up here in just a little bit as the Vikings travel to Philly to take on the defending NFC champion Eagles. That game on Prime. We are going to get to our picks here. Jesse's off to a roaring start, as I said in the last segment. He is 8-4 so far. I am 4-8. We've both gone 4-2 and 2-4 respectively here through the first 2 weeks. How you feel about that?
I feel pretty good. I probably should have put some money on these games.
Either you can ride Jesse, or you can fade me. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to be this way the entire year. I'm feeling at least a 51-49 split here by the end of the year. We got 6 games to go. There are no great games on the schedule this week, but that usually means there's probably going to be some upsets. And we're going to talk some Big Ten football to start here. We're going to go with number 7 Penn State traveling to Illinois. They are 14.5-point favorites. They have rolled in their first 2 games over West Virginia and Delaware. Drew Allar's been fantastic.
Yeah, he has. This is a tough one. I really want to go with Illinois, even though they've been awful. And I won't reveal my strategy here for this week, but I think I'm going to go Penn State on this one.
14.5 is a lot. Illinois' defense has been horrible in these first 2 games comparatively to what they were last year. Now, that's saying a lot because they were awesome last year and fantastic, but first-year defense coordinator Aaron Henry struggling a bit. That said, at Illinois,
you're right.
Brett Bielema always loves the big game. Give me Illinois.
Well, you got to catch up ground.
Give me Illinois. I don't. I'm not chasing yet.
Okay.
I'm not doing a Luke Fickell doing 2-point conversion in the third quarter. I'm not chasing you yet. The next game we got, big one for Minnesota. They go to North Carolina, number 20 North Carolina, who is favored by 8. This is a huge game for Minnesota to prove that what we saw against Nebraska was not. And then also, obviously, North Carolina, Drake May, tough matchup.
Yeah. I don't know that Minnesota's going to win this one, but I like the Gophers with as an 8-point underdog. North Carolina's coming off a double overtime win against Appalachian State.
It's always like that, though, between those two schools.
Okay, well, I'm going Minnesota on this one.
So look, we saw Minnesota's run game in the first game. It did not look good.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like they were a little bit better in game 2, but again, it was Western Michigan. I can't go PJ on the road. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
All right.
I can't do it.
It's your big chance.
I can't do it. So I'm going to North Carolina at home, taking out PJ Fleck and the Gophers. Next game coming up, number 8, Washington, traveling to Michigan State. I don't know if you heard, there's some things going on at Michigan State this week. They are off to a 2-0 start, but they will not have their head coach, Mel Tucker, on leave. No, what is it? Unpaid leave, as he deals with a little bit of a situation. That's what I'm going to call it, that he has put himself into, and it looks like Michigan State is trying to get out from underneath that contract as well, trying to fire him for cause. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Either way, number 8, Washington, and Michael Penix comes back to the Big Ten. They are 16-point favorites at Michigan State.
Michael Penix has been phenomenal this season, 73% completion rate, 8 touchdowns, 1 pick, but 16 points is a lot on the road. Michigan State is 2-0, and there's a part of me that thinks the Spartans, for the players at least, in an emotional week, are going to rally and play well enough to cover.
Yeah, I don't think Michigan State's that bad of a team.
No.
And last year, the game in Seattle was a fantastic game, back and forth, a lot of offense. Now, Michigan State does not have the same quarterback, and they do not have Jaden Reed, and they do not have Keon Coleman. It's a little bit different this time around. That said, I'm going to go Michigan State as well. Another one in the Big Ten. Western Michigan traveling to number 25 Iowa. And the only reason I put this game on here is because of the spread.
I love it.
Iowa is a 28.5-point favorite over Western Michigan. And I know Western Michigan is not any good. But is Iowa going to score 28 points? Like, are they going to have to hold Western Michigan to -3.5 to reach this spread?
Yeah, you got to be kidding me with this one. I don't know what anybody else has been watching. I know I was reasonably solid, but when it comes to scoring points, it's going to take a lot for me to bet Iowa. I mean, I'm not laying the points on, even on 28.5.
You're taking Western Michigan?
Yes, I am.
All right, I'm taking Iowa.
All right.
I'm feeling good. John Budmeyer is going to have them rolling.
Okay.
And Cade McNamara made a really weird joke. Because did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh my goodness, he broke himself up. He was talking about how guys were coming.
Oh God,
they're going to keep on coming, and he heard it in his head, and he just couldn't. He lost it. He lost it, and the reporters thought it was funny too. Either way, I'm going to go with Iowa. Big game, Colorado State visiting Colorado. Absolutely every pregame show in the country is at Boulder for this one. It should not be a good game. Colorado State is not good, but we'll see. And then their coach Jay Norvell went and stepped on Deion's feet today, saying that you shouldn't be doing interviews without you should be doing interviews without your glasses on and your hat on. You should be taking those off. Feels very Barry Alvarez-esque, and maybe he learned that when he was at Iowa. But they are favored by 23, and I don't think that number is big enough.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Really? You stepping on the Cape? You saw what happened last week.
Well, they haven't won a game yet by 23 points. They only beat Nebraska by 22.
Colorado State is not good.
Yeah, Colorado lost, 50-24 to Washington State.
Yeah.
But you know what? I want the points with Colorado State. I think we're going to have drastically different picks this week, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. I'm definitely going Colorado.
Okay.
I wouldn't have if not for Jay Norvell doing what he did.
Okay.
Wisconsin and Georgia Southern, Badgers favored by 19.5. I think that number's higher now, but we're going to stick with the 19.5.
Yeah, I think it's up to 20. I'm picking Wisconsin. I think this is a game where the Badgers put it together. I've got 42-17, so I think the Badgers are going to get some points. So that's 6 Jello shots if you come out to Monks and Sun Prairie.
It is 6 Jello shots, which would be good. Be good. I am also going to go with Wisconsin. I do think they also put it together this week, and they figure it out offensively and defensively. More so offensively. I think they marry the two. What we saw in Game 1, we're going to see what we saw in Game 1, what we saw in Game 2. Good passing game or a good running game, good passing game, put them together, and Wisconsin does beat Georgia Southern.
They're 0 for 2 in covering the spread this year, by the way, Wisconsin. So
which is fine. Yeah. Which is fine. They're going to cover.